All right, what's up, everyone? So I'm a little annoyed today because I've just come across this article, even though it's a couple days old. But I try to keep busy and not be so much in the daily news and stuff like that. So I just come across this viral story of a girl hitting another girl in the head with a baton during a track meet, and everyone has an opinion about it, whether it was intentional or not. My belief and review of the videos is that there is a possibility that it was accidental. It's hard to see it as accidental, but it appears that it could have been accidental. Um, and it really doesn't matter if it was accidental or intentional for the point that I'm going to make for this video. Um, I Before I make this point, I want to say to Kaylin Tucker, the girl who was hit with the baton, is that I'm not taking anything away from you, your story. You were hit with a baton on your head. That should never have happened. If you're dealing with any injuries, I am praying for your swift and full recovery. To Alayla Everett, the girl who is accused of intentionally hitting Miss Tucker in the head with the baton, I'm not going to make any aspersions towards what you did. Again, I'm actually leaning towards um, an understanding that it was accidental. Um, However, the girl did get hit in the head. And I know you're focusing on your character, um, and how your character is being assessed by everyone in the public, and you're trying to defend yourself, which is understandable. However, I feel at this moment, um, you should maybe just fall back, have a conversation with the family behind the scenes. Maybe you already done this. Your family and her family can just have a conversation and try to hash out whatever it is that you guys want to hash out. Um, I believe you two girls are um, oddly in this public space right now, um, and are the center of jokes to some, and I don't believe that folks are actually giving the right. I don't know what to say. I just feel like people are trying to uh downplay the seriousness of the situation based off of what is transpiring legally. So, as you can see on the screen, Miss Everett has been charged with a misdemeanor um, for assault and battery, and I just feel like that's ridiculous. The incident happened during competition. Now, we know track and field is not a combat sport. And it's not even a sport where you are supposed to be touching each other. However, it is a sport, especially in relays, where touching each other can happen. And it is not unusual, especially in a 4x4 relay, in a 4x2 relay, for people to be jostling, pushing, shoving each other. And so let's put this in its proper context. You have competitors who are maxing out their bodies on the track. And one competitor did cut off another competitor. Miss Tucker did cut Miss Everett off and caused the initial contact. That is fact. Just like it's fact that the girl hit her in the head with the baton. What caused her to hit her in the head with the baton, some people are arguing that she intentionally did that without any provocation. Some people are arguing that she accidentally hit her in the head with the baton because she was trying to regain her balance after Miss Tucker collided with her by cutting her off. And although um, although some people don't understand how that could happen, but a little bit about me: I'm an attorney, but prior to being an attorney, I ran track, and I can tell you, if you're running full speed and you prevent another sprinter from driving that arm up, that will cause that runner to lose balance. And how they gain balance, especially on the railing, where you can probably trip over a metal railing, you might over exaggerate the swinging of the arms to try to regain your balance. You may. So that's why I'm saying I don't know for certain. What I do know is, and why this charge is irking me, is that the video provides that it's undisputed that the girl, Miss Everett, was concerned for Miss Tucker immediately after hitting her. You can see Miss Everett pointing to her, slowing down, not continuing to run the race at full speed. She's slowing down, looking at her, pointing. Seems like somebody that cared. And it didn't seem like that conduct did not seem that would be the conduct of someone who wanted to intentionally hurt somebody. Again, I'm going to accept the premise that it was intentional. Even if she intentionally hit the girl in the head with a baton, I don't think criminal charges are appropriate. Because the conduct occurred in the middle of a competitive race. You get grace in the realm of sports when things occur in the middle of competition. We see it in football. We all watch football. It's America pastime. We see Crabtree and Aqib Talib fight. Did anyone go to jail? Was anyone prosecuted? We've seen a whole bunch of fights in the NFL. We've seen a whole bunch of fights in hockey. We've seen fights in baseball. Whatever they call that when they just throw one punch miss and everybody just pile on each other. Sometimes there's actually a connection, and then there's just everybody piling on top of each other. We seen in basketball. What are we talking about? Did anybody get charged? Did any prosecutor go, Draymond stomped out Sabonis on national TV? Oh, that's assault. Let me go and file misdemeanor charges against Draymond Green. We all seen it on national TV. Stomped him out and asked for a foul. Draymond crazy. He was looking for a foul after stomping a man out on the middle of the court. But did a prosecutor file misdemeanor charges of assault and battery against Draymond? No. Now, in the state of Virginia, I don't know what the laws are in the state of Virginia because I practice in California. But I can tell you, because football, I assumed, is being played in the state of Virginia. And I can bet my bottom dollar that there was a fight that occurred on a football field, on a basketball court, on some other type of field where kids, student athletes were not prosecuted. So why are we prosecuting Miss Everett? And I'm going to tell you why. She's being prosecuted for clout and fame. That's it. These prosecutors, if they wanted to... Okay, so I've never been a prosecutor. I've been on the opposite side of them. And so I listen when they talk. They say, this person is a danger to society. They always say that. Whoever they're prosecuting, they're always going to say that. This person is a danger to society. If y'all walk past Miss Everett, do you believe she's a danger to society? No. All we see her doing is crying on TV. And she's been crying on TV. So what is the purpose of prosecuting Miss Everett? I guarantee you that office is going to have a complaint of someone being domestically abused in a relationship, and they're going to look at it and say, nah, we're not going to prosecute this. Not enough evidence. Insufficient evidence. Or are they going to say we're just too busy? So why are they prosecuting this? Why are they prosecuting Miss Everett? Why do they want Miss Everett to have a criminal record? I don't know. Maybe she already has one. I don't know. I don't know. But if she doesn't, why do they want this girl to have a criminal record? Now, that doesn't mean that she should not be suspended, and there should not be an investigation done by the governing body for the high school sports in Virginia. That's fair game. If that governing body finds out that, hey, we believe she intentionally did this, we're going to suspend her for a couple track meets or a whole season. Hey, fair enough. Hopefully she has her due process. Hopefully she can put her arguments in front of whatever the board is that's going to hear it. And she gets the opportunity to defend herself. And if she doesn't succeed, then the system works. She gets suspended. That's fair game. But it's not a criminal record. She doesn't have to potentially hire an attorney or whatever. Maybe she get one appointed to her, but she doesn't have to look at potential jail time. They gonna lock you, gonna put a girl like that up in juvenile hall. Oh, we're gonna adjudicate you guilty, and you get to come to juvenile hall because you hit a girl in the head with a baton and immediately was remorseful afterwards. So you need to be in here with us in this jail. She's a student athlete. She's running track. And I don't know if you guys know anything about track. Track, all you do in track is run. So you know how disciplined of an athlete you got to be for that to be your sport? What you doing today? Running. Instead of running in a circle clockwise, we're going to run in a circle counterclockwise today to mix it up. Don't you know a lot of these athletes on the hoop court, on the football field, they hate running? So she's already showing that she's a very disciplined person because she's running track. She's competing, so we know she at least got a decent GPA. May not be the best. I don't know anything about Miss Everett. I'm just saying. She ain't flunking out of school. She ain't out there on the block. Seen a girl walk past. Oh, I'm about to clock her inside the head. She hanging out on the corner or something. I don't know what prosecutor is prosecuting this case, but I guarantee you he's not connected to this community, or she. And that's a problem. And I have a problem with that. It's a problem in general, and I specifically have a problem with that. I don't understand it. The girl is clearly remorseful. She's a student athlete. Grace should be given in this situation. Now, if she's some type of repeat offender or something, she from every track meet, she may be a Draymond Green. I don't know. I ain't really looked too deep into her like that. But then I might understand from that perspective. Man, all right, hey, every track meet, you bonking somebody on the head with a baton. All right, well, maybe you do need to sit down a little bit. They already gave you a warning. But why are we trying to put a criminal record on this girl? Somebody, please. I mean it. Even if it was my daughter, and I don't have a daughter, but I do have sons, and I've seen cheap shots happen on my son in games. Did I go, oh, call the foul, admonish him, tell the coach, dirty play, move on. Tell your son, hey, protect yourself. You playing dirty. Same thing that happened to me. Playing sports, basketball, football. Oh man, this dude playing dirty. Nobody is saying, oh, you need to go to jail because you made a dirty play. Dangerous play. A play that can take you out for a whole season. Cause you serious harm. But nobody's going to jail. Nobody's being prosecuted. So, shame on you, Virginian prosecutor, whoever you are. for charging this. You need to have the resolve to tell people no if you are being forced by someone to prosecute this case. This is not the type of case you prosecute. And if you are doing it for clout, you should not be an attorney. You're abusing your power. And that's just how I feel about it. That's all I got to say. I feel like from here on out, I'm probably going to just start making videos because there's a lot of stuff that I see that I just have a different take on. And I'm just going to start putting them out there. So this is your boy. This is Kellan Patterson. Like I said, I'm attorney in the state of California. But the principles and the ideas of fairness and justice resonate across state borders. And I feel like this is an injustice towards Alayla Everett. And again, no disrespect to Miss Tucker. Kaylin Tucker, I hope you get well. I hope you blaze Miss Everett at in outdoors. Give her the business. Make sure she don't even get close to hitting you inside the head with another baton. Stare her down as you do it. Because it seemed like you was giving her the business. She couldn't handle you. And like I said, I'm a competitor, so I'm not about to. I call it how I see it, and I'm not about to say anything just to please a certain group of people or nothing. And I'm looking at this objectively. Miss Everett, she doesn't need to be prosecuted for this. And then Miss Tucker, you need to just show her up again on the track and get better. I heard that she cracked your head open. You said you might have a fracture in your skull. I don't know what type of batons y'all using nowadays, but man, the batons I used to use, man, them things are so light. If I wanted to hit somebody and I had a baton in my hand, I'm definitely throwing that baton out of my hand and full fist and somebody across the face. Like, that baton ain't gonna hurt nothing. So if that's the case, your head is soft or that baton is crazy heavy, and maybe that's why she was running so slow, because she had a 5-pound baton in her hand. But them batons probably weigh less than a half a pound. I don't even say that much, maybe a quarter of a pound. Them things are light. Like, you can, if you're strong enough, you can squeeze them things and dent them. But it is aluminum. Anyway, I digress that point. I know I could be a little that way, make jokes and make light of stuff like that. But you say you got a concussion. All right, cool. Hope you get better. But y'all need to work together. Y'all need to just come together, shake hands, let the girl apologize to you. Y'all move on. Again, like I said, just blaze her in the outdoor track meet, stare her down. And that's how you get your get back. But having this girl have a criminal record, man, that's not how we moving this thing forward. We ain't trying to put somebody behind the 8 ball because we already behind the 8 ball. And if she's a repeat offender, then that's one thing. But if she's not, I would say just offer her some grace and y'all move on. All right, and that's it. Peace.